We have positive vibes, more kindness, less judgment. This one, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, when I'm online, sometimes I feel like being really sarcastic or even being a little bit of a troll towards some people that I see in the comment section. Not on my channel, because you guys know that I don't visit my channel's comment section for months at a time. But sometimes I'll be watching a video and I see this one comment that I look at it and I'm like, this is just begging for someone to roast them. And the last one I saw that had something to do with that, it was about how some guy was expressing himself about being upset that the video showed a meme in specific. It was talking about how there was this lady treating a guy like she's a queen. Like, you guys have seen this. It's like, you have this bed, but her side is like really ample and his side is like really narrow. And then there's the one about how if you share with her a snack, let's say that you have French fries, you have one little stick of a fry, and then the girl will take like a handful, and somehow you're supposed to think that's cute. Basically, everything that you have is not yours but hers. And basically this guy was talking about how men are nothing but emasculated nowadays, and the only way I can support that a little tad bit is how modern day convenience, better tools, and comfort have led us, because women are part of this too, to lose our strength a little bit. Like, say, men don't have the same grip strength as men from the past, at least not on average, unless you're someone who's like legit into fitness or legit using your bare hands very often, say in construction. But even in construction, maybe modern tools may help you cheat a little bit. Then as a species, we're generally getting weaker and getting out of shape. So from that perspective, I can justify the whole we're becoming weaker versions of ourselves. But this guy was just taking it to another level. And I like that everyone was kind of roasting him by saying, you don't understand the meme. And basically what the meme was trying to go for is, it was more of a romantic take. You know how you accuse women of not having a maternal instinct and not being comforting, not being very warm or anything compared to mothers from the past? Well, this one is trying to suggest that you, as the person in the relationship with this other person, you are selfless. You don't care. You are not worried to serve this person because you care to prioritize their well-being, their wellness over your own. And when I see people getting upset at that meme, I look at it as, well, aren't you the same people who say that all of us should be selfless? All of us need to let go of ourselves and put others first? Why is it that when it is presented in a romantic setting in which the woman is the one benefiting, for some reason, you try to emasculate the man and you try to make the woman seem like she's just banal? I can understand that we have problems in modern days with our relationship dynamics, but I'm just saying that some people take memes too seriously. So that's what I mean. Sometimes I know I could use being kind in those situations, but if I'm seeing someone who's getting roasted, who in my book deserves it, I think you need to let nature take its course. Because if it were me and I'm being kind of dumb or taking something too seriously that is not supposed to be taken too seriously, I would want to get roasted. I had to get roasted many times, especially online, when I was younger, because I was coming into some forums with like this Puritan, righteous approach. And very quickly, I had to learn that that's not how the world is. And it's not always right, especially depending on the subject. But if it's a roasting that's probably going to shake you into becoming a better version of yourself, especially one that doesn't get offended easily, then I'm all for it. I had to grow a spine myself, and the way I did so was by not avoiding those situations, facing them, earning my roastings. And then I thought, you know what? I'm glad that I'm at the point where I'm no longer just stuck in the student stage, but now I'm stuck between continuing to be a student for the rest of my life, but there's some stuff that I have undoubtedly earned a spot as a instructor. Now I'm in a position of teaching, a position of authority. And sometimes, when I roast somebody, I'm never being rude, I'm never being disrespectful, but I can get a little bit snarky about certain things. But I agree, we could use some kindness. I think that kindness when you're encountering situations for the first time should really be your default, what you resort to in the first place. But other times I'm like, nah, it's okay to let out a little bit of a shadier version of yourself, as long as it's not hurting anybody. Now, when it comes to judgment, I gotta say that I appreciate thinking about things deeply. It is one of my favorite things to do, one of my favorite exercises, and I know that I have limitations with how I dive into some topics, but you will only get better if you practice. Say, if you're physically working on your lung capacity, only if you run longer, run faster, run farther, will that improve for you. If you keep giving out, when you start showing the first signs of discomfort, then you'll never improve. Just like literal diving. The only way you get better at diving is if you keep diving deeper and deeper and you resist it and you keep practicing holding your breath for longer and then incorporate movements. But if you don't exercise your critical thinking in that manner, if you just remain on the surface, then you'll never get to go deeper. So when it comes to judgment, sometimes I think that I agree with you evaluating what may have led to certain things with some people. For instance, I want to say the thing I see most often is the stressed out person. You are more inclined to believe that the stressed out person probably has made bad choices that led them to stress. But sometimes I don't think it's bad choices. Sometimes I think it's that those are the circumstances that they inherited and they just haven't learned nor found their way to coping with that in an efficient manner. None of us are fully equipped to deal with those things. Some people don't even try. Some people avoid it altogether. I like to judge from the perspective of what would I have advised someone to do that maybe I have tried that saved me from some problems, saved me from some trouble. And I think that we need to be less afraid about judging certain things. I don't think that we should judge to condemn somebody. I think we should judge situations and sometimes judge people to ensure that whatever disgrace is happening to someone doesn't happen to other people. And that's why sometimes I get sad when censorship becomes a thing. Like, at some point, you gotta allow people to talk about the ugly, the dirty, the terrible, and all those things so that, again, you can grow a spine. Hopefully that made sense. But anyways, that's it from me on this one. I do think that it's better to be kind rather than judging right off the start, but maybe what you can do is in front of the person, be kind, but over here behind the scenes in your own time and space, judge a little bit, but judge with the intent to learn, not with the intention to roast this person or humiliate them or harm them in any way. It's okay, I want to analyze this person, judge in that manner, but not to, I guess, condemn somebody is the best way I can summarize it. Okay, let me know any thoughts you may have on this one. Bye.